Okay, I'm gonna give this a try. This usually happens to me, so I'm busy day. Got home. I'm like, I'm just gonna hammer out a couple things, and instantly. Sometimes it takes much longer, but instantly I sort of struck genius with something here with this feather, this little guy. It didn't take long at all, and I just kind of got into the groove, right, into the flow, and then the dog barfed in the kitchen, and now it's almost time to pick up my kid. So I'm like, oh, I want to do this really quickly and see if I can do it, just like as a regular time video, to show people how kind of this would unfold just watching it. So I'm just gonna put this here, and this is the muse. This is like the inspiration, and there's some orange, yellow, and turquoise. So I'm gonna make this next one a little bit more yellow and see what happens. I may or may not talk through this. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. So I'm gonna start with yellow with some water and a wee bit of orange. And usually what I do is I start with like what curve I want it to have, and I start with the stem and just kind of curve up and let it fade. Sorry there's no music. I don't want to mess with like copyright headaches, getting muted. And then I take this same brush. It's kind of big for this, but I take this same brush, get rid of some of that paint on there. Oh my gosh. If the poor dog, if she didn't throw up though, poor babe. Anyway, such is life. And then I just pull the, I don't know if you can see that. I pull the paint out from the stem, and I'm right-handed, so I just put more paint on so you can see and obviously in the bottom of the feather, it's a little thicker, so I come back down here, and then as it comes up and curves around, gets the little hairs get shorter. So I'm right-handed, so that side is really easy for me to do. I don't know about you guys, but when I get to the left side, it's challenging. So I got to think about the curve. Sometimes I flip it over too. I'm going to grab some more yellow. So cool. It just clicked. It's taken me much longer before actually I'm going to flip this over so I can get the same wrist movement and angle and the curve. It's taken me so much longer. It doesn't have to be symmetrical either, I noticed. It actually looks more organic and real when it's not. Because if you look at a feather, they are symmetrical, but then they get messed up. The wind and stuff. Water, whatever. I don't have much paint at all on my brush. All right, so that happened. And then I'm just gonna come in and flesh out parts of this. My favorite part of these is, I guess I will talk the whole time. My favorite part of these is the stem, the feathers. I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so there's like a quick little version of that. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. And then I take either just like the very end of this, or a whole other brush where I can do like a really tiny thin line. This is so cool. I take straight up orange, just a little bit on the end, and then I go up through and just sort of create a shadow on the right side of where I think the stem is. See how that creates that depth there on the side? And then I would do the same thing on the other side, which, just to make this video a little bit shorter, I'll kind of do towards the end because I want to show you something else. And then I pull that out so it's not like a straight line, it's kind of faded. So that blends in, the straight up orange blends into what's going on. And then two more things I'll show you, it's so neat. Boom, so there's that, and then you would do the same thing on the other side, just let it kind of fade. The other thing that I noticed is like when you look at little feathers, they have like little tiny baby wispy parts coming out the bottom. So it's cool to have those, and they're not always like, they don't always fall in line with the rest. They're kind of like the forgotten middle child that does whatever she wants. Not that I would know from experience. Okay, the last part I'm going to show you is turquoise. So this crazy, oh no, it's this one. This turquoise color. And then I'll do, this is so cool. I'll do it on the same side. I come in here in just parts in it because it's like kind of an opposite of, almost an opposite of the orange. That blue, it's like a bluish, and blue and orange are opposite. It literally makes it pop, and then you pull it out, and it's like hanging out on its own, and it just looks really pretty. Like, just, I don't know, it's just really neat for a really inspiring, quiet pre-snowstorm afternoon. And there we go. So that's, I will do some finishing touches, but I'll show you. Oh, it just turned out so awesome. I'll show you, on the other side, I just turn it around and do the other side of the spine. So I'll just do that real quick just to get the effect, because it's going to bug me if I don't. And then I would do the same thing. I'd have the orange and then let the turquoise kind of pop out on that side too. So it's sort of parallel. And that's it. And then you sign it, of course. So if you want to do a feather, there's like a quick way to do it. You can steal what I discovered between cleaning up the kitchen floor and getting children and everything else. That's it. There it is. How pretty is that? Peace.